In its second season of existence, there's a look inside one of the real jewels of the NFL, SoFi Stadium, just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
First down is Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And it's 3rd down.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap to Locke. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock. The screen pass here to Cohen. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Tariq Cohen, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7. Chargers nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Looking right side him, he's got a man. That's Hall. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
At the 28-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. Pass to Henry is intercepted. A.J. Bouye with a pick, shelling through the defense. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. Well, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. And he'll go out of bounds, but not before reaching the opposite 35.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw...
We're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 49-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. from the gun, Herbert. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Locke working out of the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Herbert, his 3rd interception. A.J. Brown with a pick, and he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
They'll take over.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Broncos 28, Chargers, nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Desmond King on the return. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Herbert. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Bouye with the pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Complete to
Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
Subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here's another interception. A.J. Bouye with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. On the give, this is Cohen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The kick by McManus is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
On the return, the Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
This throw incomplete, and that is how this 1st half will come to an end. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that 1st half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Chargers. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
The 38-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Ball carrier.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
On second down, here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Herbert. Allen's got it over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And at the 26-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler down to the 25.
The ball carrier.
Michael O.J. Mudia with the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 25-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, Herbert escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Herbert now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
And goal.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I really enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown.
Tariq Cohen with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Broncos 45, Chargers nothing. Brandon McManus.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as he'll be brought down by the Broncos. throws. It's a sack. Jordan Brooks. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On first down, it's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Again, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On second down, Eckler. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. It seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Charger kicker Mike Badgley on 4th down, coming out to try the field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Lock on the keeper.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Block off of play action. He'll fire one downfield, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. On the give, this is Eckler. He's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Ty Long now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.